with 2025 fast approaching, I thought I'd do a reading for myself to see what's coming in 2025. Now, I've already had a lot of signs in my life, and I've asked Spirit previously different questions throughout the last few weeks, last few months, randomly. And I have a huge idea, really, of how my year's going to be next year. I think it's going to be huge breakthroughs. It's been coming. I've been on a 7-year cycle of growth, healing, immense frustration, pits of despair, loneliness, um, financial destitution, everything and everything. But I'm constantly becoming stronger and stronger version of myself. And I'm aware that I feel really strongly that my breakthrough comes next year, like big breakthroughs, like love, potential even marriage, which is crazy when I'm single now, but I can see that for the future, And I think big career moves as well, even a possible relocation. Big things to say when, next year is only a 12-month period. But this is what I see. So before we start, I just want to show everybody really it's all the cards in the deck, it's literally everything and anything, positive, negatives, all of it. And then we've got a second deck that's that's the other. They're all both tarot, different versions, really, different cards, but the same thing. So, for instance, if it's the moon, there's a moon in there. There's a reason. Where was we going? But yeah, I thought I'd just say the cards roughly that I expect to see. Doesn't mean I'm going to get them. But if we're going to talk about, like, for instance, let's say a pregnancy, then maybe we're going to see the Empress. I keep getting signs that I'm the Empress anyway, so it wouldn't necessarily definitely mean there's a pregnancy in the future, but who knows? If we're talking about marriage, maybe we're going to see the Four of Wands, or at least if it's love, it's going to be the Lovers or the Two of Cups, things like that. If there's going to be an awful lot of love in my life, we might see the Ace of Cups, especially self-love when and your cup's overflowing. So there's a lot. If it's going to be career, then I'm expecting maybe to see the King of Pentacles. But if it's going to be huge wealth, then maybe even we're going to go as far as the Ten of Pentacles. So we're going to get Ten of Pentacles thing. If it's going to be a really joyous period of my life or wishes fulfilled, we get the Nine of Cups or even the Ten of Cups. Be even more mental in such a short space. But these are the sort of things I'm thinking because we're talking about career, we're talking about love. Relocation, maybe we're going to get I think it's like Two or Three of Wands. So we'll see where we end up. And I'm just preempting it. I'm just saying what they could be. I haven't asked the question yet. So the reason I want to use two decks is I'm going to ask, and there'll be a few cards come out. And then after we get the cards, I'm going to clarify them. So let's say there's like 6 cards. I'll then say, can you clarify that card? And I'll use a different deck. I've got loads of decks, but I haven't got big enough space. So I'm just going to try and keep it a bit concise. But effectively, if I only use the one deck, the cards that have already been pulled can't come again, of course, because they're already on the table. But if we use a brand new deck, if they want to double clarify something, they may give the same card. Of course, that isn't the point of clarifying. The clarifying is to get a deeper message. So, for instance, if it says travel and we get another card, it might explain the reasons for that travel or what we can expect with that travel. But again, if it's the same card, then it's reaffirming deeply that there's definitely that travel is significant. Do you see what I mean? So we go there. I haven't got many decks out this time because I don't think it'll be smart with the size I've got. What is coming? What is happening in my life in 2025? That's interesting. We just got the Three of Swords, but it was in reverse. Like I said, I've been through a lot of heartbreak and loss. For it to be in reverse means it's healed. It's the opposite of the heartbreak, They aren't. I just have a feeling they're not telling me a lot right now, which is a bit frustrating when I was going to do the video. Some things are privately for me, not for the world to see. I get a lot of videos, content saying about moving in silence in the next phase. I often think, why should I have to hide anything? Because I don't think we should have to hide our journey. If people are jealous or they want to interfere, that's up to them. It's up to people to control themselves, not me to control myself, I don't think. So there's not a lot of cards at the moment. I don't want to force it, so we'll just stop. No, I was expecting a lot more cards, especially if we're going to talk about career. Again, I might do it separately because I've just said 2025. Maybe I need to narrow it down and say about love, career, because we're not really getting a lot. But we definitely got the Three of Swords in reverse, which is great because it's put an end to the hurt, the suffering. Oh wow, Queen of Pentacles. I said about money, career, didn't I? So yeah, it's it's definitely going to be a far more um, far more success with money, really. And I'm going to be careful with it. Then we've got the Ten of Pentacles. The thing is, I don't know if that came out upside down or not because the other one was upside down. And the way I've just picked it up there, but I'm not sure. Um, but again, maybe it's contending with those struggles because there are people that, there's a lot of jealousy in this world, especially when like I just said about the jealousy, actually. And a lot of stepping into the unknown. So you won't necessarily see what's coming. Yes, there's a lot of entering the uncertainty, the unknown. So let's clarify the Three of Swords. Clarify the Three of Swords. Well, I may have to come back to that one. All right. Hermit's interesting. Holy shit. So Hermit is isolation, self-respective, healing, which is exactly what I've been doing. I've been very lonely, very isolated, like I've said, which is exactly what that card would be if it was the other way around. So it's done that. But then, like I said before, maybe you get the Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. I'd be surprised to get the Ten of Cups because that's mad in a 12-month period, but it's pointing towards that. My healing is actually providing me with literally all your cups fulfilled. So it's just showing the importance of finding yourself really and healing that side, and then you can truly be happy. And that's literally what that's pointing to, which is quite crazy. Um, clarify the Queen of Pentacles. So of course we're talking about career. We've got Death Rebirth and the King of Wands. So that's quite impressive. That's Death Rebirth is a brand new beginning. So a new cycle. And the King of Wands is courageous, creative, inspirational leader. So it's my creations and my leadership qualities and my strength that's going to give me my breakthrough, where I literally stand there, self-made and independent. And it's all beautiful. If you actually look at these cards, they're getting really, really strong. This one I'm quite curious about, this negative one, the Ten of Swords. That's like complete betrayal, really. I mean, let's see where that goes. Clarify Ten of Swords. Holy shit. Wow. I get it. And that's what I'm talking about. The clarifying, it makes much more sense. So we got the literally victory spotlight, public recognition. If you look at my books, for instance, and look at the story, I've turned my struggle into power. That's what I've done. I've transmuted it all publicly and quite openly, through the books. Anybody reading my books gets to see the trauma I experienced, how I overcome it, and my full process throughout it. So effectively, me sharing that experience is the thing that's going to give me the recognition and the breakthrough.
So at first glance, when you look at the cards, you might think, "Oh, that's not so great." Let's check. Let's go deeper, and we'll see. Let's move them off the table. We'll see. So, like I said with this one, is you can't see what's coming, but something's happening. I don't want to preempt anything. I've got an idea, but let's have a look. Clarify 10 of swords. Clarify 2 of swords. Holy crap. What did I say at the very beginning? If you get, the reason I'm using this in case you get double the cards. We've got the 2 of swords, and in the other tarot deck, the 2 of swords. Out of the whole deck, I think there's like 50, 70 cards. I don't know exactly how many. Got 2 of swords, 2 of swords. It's like snap. Out of the whole deck twice. Yeah, I can't make that up. That's showing me, though, that Spirit's not showing me what comes next. So effectively, we've gone through I've gone through a healing period where I'm focused on like being incredibly happy. I'm going to have a brand new cycle where I'm inspiring others, and I'm going to be very financially successful. I've turned my pain into my success, and I'll be in the spotlight with a lot of recognition. And then something else is coming. 2 of swords. I just can't see it yet. And it's like Spirit saying, effectively, by doubling down on that, is like you're not supposed to see it yet. So I find that quite curious. If we do the back of the deck with this one, yeah, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, I'm pretty confident is a spiritual. It's like your third eye's open. It's active. You're very passionate. And I'm wondering what's on the bottom of that one because I never checked. Oh, Knight of Pentacles. So a financial opportunity. So you find finances are definitely improving because there's going to be opportunities coming. What we may do with this last way is let's clarify with this deck just to see if nothing comes out. I'm not going to force them, of course, but if nothing comes out, so clarify 3 of swords. So the reason I want to clarify is it gives it more direction into the meaning of it. So, like, what is it actually pertaining to? That's what this deck's all about. This one's called the spell casting, but usually says things about home, friendships, and all that. And it'll be a bit more like we'll get to see. So far, what we know is I'm healing my heart, or my heart will be healed. So you definitely be on a different trajectory now, where you're no longer suffering pain. A lot of interest through that introspection. You start to feel really happy, all your cups coming true. So then what in general, what is that pertaining to? And it says truth and reconciliation, which is really impressive because I was talking about a love romance. Now we haven't got necessarily the love romance cards here. I don't, because in all honesty, based on that last deck where it says 2 of swords twice, Spirit's trying to keep things from me anyway, because some things are supposed to be a surprise. But in terms of almost indicating it, because we've got healed heart, we've got the 10 of cups, which I said would be a bit mad. 9 of cups is your wish fulfillment. 10 is like ultimate happiness. So that seems mad. And yet we get the truth and reconciliation. So that is potentially someone from the past returning and literally uniting together. And I had a feeling, like that's why I said about the romance. I was a bit surprised the romance cards didn't come. But again, Spirit is definitely keeping this concise with very few cards to begin with. But I tend to keep pushing. So clarify Queen of Pentacles. Oh, transformation. Interesting. Because we also had on that one, remember, when I did the clarification for the Queen of Pentacles, we also got Death Rebirth. Very similar color, actually, to this. It's a butterfly transformation. I don't think there's numbers on these cards. But effectively, that's what's on Queen of Pentacles together. And both cards represent transformation, new beginnings, taking flight, So definitely going to be a career opportunities where my life expands far more from beyond what it is now, of course. So that's interesting. Remember, the Two of Swords transitioned into Victory Spotlight, but let's see what direction that is. Let's see what it clarifies. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Blew out. Good luck. Good luck. So we've got the spotlight from all them the swords in the back, all those betrayals, all that hurt, all that loss. Every single sword is punishing. You know, that's what my life's been like. It's been hard as hell, and people might not know it by my strength, but it's every single one of those swords taught me something, and I don't give up. So fortunately for me, I'm relentless, and that's going to be what sets me apart from other people. You know, I've created my own success story, and literally they're saying, "Good luck." This one I'm really curious about because we've got the Two of Swords twice. What's it going to be? My guess is boundaries. Out of all these cards, I've got a funny feeling we're going to get boundaries or something like that, or protection, something like that. Let's have a look. Clarify Two of Swords. Well, that's too many. That's too many. I can't. We can't just start throwing the deck everywhere. In fact, to be honest, let me just turn them up the right way. Sometimes when the deck explodes, it means Spirit's finished. So I will do maybe 3 or 4 shuffles. If nothing comes out, I'll have to just take it that they're keeping that private. So clarify Two of Swords. Well, they threw that one at me. Family. Straight away, I had the feeling that it's keep your family life private. I think it is. I'm getting a big chills over me. Yeah, look, peace on the back. I think there's certain parts of my life that are to be public, which you've got the public spotlight with the recognition there. And I think after that, there's like a caution. The caution is to be private with your private life. Enjoy it. Yeah. So that suggests that a romance blossoms into a family, of course. That's quite mad, isn't it? What I will say, I should have said it at the beginning, is that when I do, a lot of people say they can't read for themselves. And the reason you can't read for yourself, some people, is because they're not transparent with themselves. They've not dropped their ego. So they will try to form a narrative to make themselves comfortable. Whereas if Spirit gives me something bad, I'll take it on board because I'm always growing, always trying to heal and nurture, you know? So I'm transparent with myself, good or bad. But what I don't actually do, and it's something I've learned for myself, really, it's just as I've gone on my path, is I don't read for other people. Because the thing is, people have attachments, and that means they can have positive energy, but they can also have negative energies. You can actually have entities around you, and I don't know who people interact with on a daily basis. So someone, maybe they're a kind person, but they attract so much negativity. So that person may have demonic entities or anything around them. And now you sit across from them and you have a session with them, and now you could be taking their attachments onto you. That's opening up things you don't want to be opening. So I don't play with energy. When I do my readings, I'm literally just communicating with my guides. We've built a strong relationship, a connection. They're always with me, of course, because everybody's guides are always with them. And I take responsibility of myself. So I feel very comfortable to always do my own readings. But I wouldn't feel comfortable, in all honesty, taking on other people's problems. It's like that's not an area I go to. I'm not here to be a tarot reader, for instance. I'm not here to do that. I'm not a tarot like in that sense of the word. I just do my own connection to spirit, to source. In the same way, I encourage other people to grow and be able to do their own. But again, take those precautions and things, you know. But yeah, just to say that message really is tarot readers out there that do tarot for other people, and that's very, very well and good, providing they do all of the processes to protect themselves as much as possible. Otherwise, their message is going to get derailed anyway, isn't it? Because who knows what's watching? Just say. But anyway, I've been given my warning at the end there to keep my private life private, which is going to be interesting. This one's a bit more different. It says like adjudication, message, lovers, concern, thief, wealthy man, family room, courtship, great fortune, high honor, occupation. We've got faults, distant horizons. So distant horizons we travel, long distance travel, coffin, which would be the end of a cycle. something ending. Of course, you've got marriage, change. There's a bit of different things, and it's a good one to finish on, really. So what I think I'm going to do is ask Spirit, is there anything else I need to know about what is to come in 2025 in my life? Is there anything else I need to know about 2025 in my life? That one nearly comes. So it gives me an indication to keep shuffling for a minute. But if it doesn't, I won't. Despair. Interesting. Yeah. I'll be honest, it makes sense because I'm freaking at the moment. It's like I get a lot of beautiful signs in my life, but at the moment, you get fed up because it's not here yet. You know, life is harder than it should be, in my opinion. It shouldn't be like this anymore, and I'm really fed up. If they're just going to leave it there, then that's the message they want to leave me with. That's why I wanted to show people with tarot as well. You could force cards if you want to be an idiot, but why would you do that to yourself? You know. So I only shuffle. If it don't come, it don't come, and they're leaving it. They're leaving it there. Then no, one more high honor. Because I went through, I'll do a couple more shuffles. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna leave it there. So what do they also want to say about 2025? We've got despair, but then we also got high honor, which I think goes hand in hand, to be honest, with the spotlight based on the struggle. It's quite weird again how the cards always match. Say weird, but it's hardly a give if that's the sign they were giving me in the first place. In that one, we had that one, didn't we? So we got the loss, so much loss, and yet so much success that's going to come from that loss. And it's pointed towards this as well, is that the amount of despair that I faced, but yet I have so much honor, integrity. So that's the despair one. It's because the angle of this camera, and then you got high honor there, and it's because I'm honest and I have so much integrity throughout. Um, I think that's what sets me apart, like I said before. So it's a beautiful spread, really. Of course, we all want to see other cards. I didn't get everything I want to see, but I've had them in different readings. And I could do a separate one now. I could just do one based on career. I could do one focused solely on love and romance. Um, may do that at a later date, but I don't feel a need to be honest, because I already feel internally what's coming. This is just summarize things a little bit clearer in a different avenue, just to show me that I'm healing the heartbreak and loss, and something's coming in because reconciliation. Then there's going to be a financial sort of independence that's going to come with a brand new beginning. It's going to be a passionate beginning. It's going to be a completely new life because that's where we've got transformation and death, rebirth. Then we've got, obviously, all those betrayals and the spotlight and the good luck. So good fortune. So effectively, you're going to get the recognition, potentially recognition I deserve after all this time. And then there's something of a mystery coming at the very end, and it's to do with family. I don't want to preempt anything, but that could even allude to my daughter finally coming home. That'd be nice. But Spirit's not showing that right now. But yeah, that's my 2025, and I don't think that's a bad 2025 to look forward to. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm getting goosebumps, like severe.